really.
All right, next game's a big one.
interesting
USA,
stuff on
France.
both.
So yeah, like you said, I think they went to the drawing board, see what they needed to fix, and I think one of the things was trying their best, right?
All right, let's go.
Taxation is
With some
theft.
Junker Queen out of
Let's
Bend,
go.
you see that too often. Usually, back
Let's
on his
go.
Justice days, it was a lot of Reinhardt.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go.
is in that lineup. I must have missed that one. So that means they're playing completely differently to what we saw from them yesterday. They're going to want to play fast with this Junker Queen. Speed boost in with the shout. There they go.
There they go, but Avo probably why you
FD God
subbed
gets
it
the
in.
first
Back
kill.
scan. Although maybe he wasn't in the Overwatch League, is such an important hero to play on downtown. If you can dominate the top of that building, you got sightlines on around the map. It's difficult to maneuver. Seems like USA haven't been affected too much. The first cap goes to France, and using that speed, they dash on right to Hydron, forcing out his jump. USA don't have a lot of, well, space until Kalush decides
Why
to go
is
for the
everybody
point
getting
by
rolled all of a
himself.
sudden by the
Now
bot?
has
What happened?
Reinforcements, but is below 50% health. Doesn't have a lot of armor. But with that immortality, RuPaul wasn't sure how Kalush was going to do either. And France now rotating behind.
And they're jostling for position. Both teams neither wanting to make a
RuPaul
move. but
goes
Pac,
down.
Once again with the first pick on
He
the
forgets
RuPaul,
one, but
a
Avo
lot
gets
of
one
healing up for
back.
USA.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, France, they
Wait a
just
minute.
collapse after that initial take. USA, I mean, they just kind of played this cat and mouse running around the staircase, and
All right, they flip it.
Pac is gonna get out, but good retake by USA.
Yeah, they didn't
They
have the
flipped it
healing,
back.
but they
Took a
didn't need
minute.
it.
USA now have the Ant Matrix, so France gotta hope that they can cross quickly to that Mega Pack side, and half of them managed to do so, but France are all split up, and USA converge on the ones that made it through. Now the Sound Bear from FD God does rally the troops in France, hoping to maybe use this Dragon Blade, but Pac is hesitating.
Hydron
and
gets
France are losing
one.
bodies. USA haven't really had to use their DPS ultimate.
Huge. Forces them all out of the room.
Terror Surge really splits up France
Big
even
spear.
more. Fantastic spear. And USA haven't lost anyone at this point, and they'll take the lead.
And
Not
USA
bad.
just used all of their ultimates slower. Their sound barrier went out from FD God. Ultraviolet, not known for his Lucio, uses that bit a little bit later, and that gives USA the advantage. They have control of the room. There's nothing France can really do.
Let's
But
go.
now there's a window here for Team France. Pac, he has that Genji blade, no sound barriers on either side, but Sugar Free can match with his blade of his own, and we know how good Sugar Free is on the Genji.
France unsure if they wanted to take that coast side, but decided to speed on through. Pac
Top
with
blade.
the Dragon Blade dashes in, didn't get the reset. Maybe worried about Hydron, who has got the overclock, plenty of space to
traded
work
super
with.
clock or
Look at that
overclock
speed
for-
of Ultraviolet. Jumps
Wait.
back on top, tries to dodge the accretion of
Sugar
the
Free
Sigma.
blade
Here's
though?
Sugar Free shining
Wait.
bright. And that's
Huge.
more than enough work for
Huge.
USA. Now within one fight territory
not
of winning
bad.
the first round.
Yeah, and at 85% encounter, USA, they're going to try and punish Benbest. They're trying to get him early. If they can get this pick, Team France might not even get another
Holy shit, that's a
opportunity.
huge stagger,
Oh, no, How are
actually.
they going to get to the point now? Avo switches over to the Tracer to touch, but it's going to be a difficult route to get.
FD God is not
Wait,
thinking
rolled
about
him.
touching at least. Okay, last minute there from Avo. FD God
Wait,
next,
rolled him
back
too.
on top. And France behind after what you thought was an early good take, and they had the rotations. They had USA fleeing the fight at all
Holy
times.
shit.
But as soon as USA
It was
retook,
looking a little
it was
spooky
just
there at the
a
beginning, but I
wall
think they
that
got a
France
lucky
couldn't break.
pick.
Yeah, and USA just using their ultimates.
It was just a lucky pick, chat. That's all it was the first fight. That's all it was. Oh, the Rhine rush.
Over to the Reinhardt.
Yeah, that's what I
Wait,
remember him being
or
subbed in
not?
for, but there's so many good options. I mean, Orisa, I think, is
Or
more
not?
flexible when you can have the range
Yeah, he's gonna think
damage,
better of it.
more sustain. Yeah, if that's what Kalush
Blitzing's
has
the
been known
2-1.
to play too, it's a
Yep,
good matchup.
Reinhardt
but for
kinda
May,
blows,
I wonder
chat.
how well this can enable
Big
them.
Sag.
And Pac on the Mei should give France an advantage because Genji is nowhere near as good. Yes, you can play to a high level if you can get those dash resets, but Mei, with the wall, you can isolate your plays just like Kalush here.
Oh, Hydron letting loose. Immortality is keeping France up, and Hydron will not be stopped, and not a lot of
Wait,
attention
Hydron
is
getting
being
tons
given
of
over to
damage
him.
out?
Really just
Big?
France is overwhelmed by Team USA.
Big,
And with
let's
Mecca base,
go.
it's such a defendable map. Or I should say round. This is going to be troublesome for France to attack it again.
Yeah, because it gets difficult here
On
for
the dude,
the
thanks
team
to
trying to
Prime.
reclaim
Appreciated.
the point because there's two very small chokes that you're coming out of and they can see you coming. You can see USA waiting at the top of the stairs, waiting for Team France.
Really surprised they're
They
running
have
the
to use so many
Genji over
resources just
the
to get out the door.
Mei.
They use the wall to cut off the sightlines. That's a great play from France.
Ant Matrix, I wonder how much space is going to be created, but this neutral fight is also decided by the Bastions. You can punish these rotations as someone out in the open. It was Sugar Free. FD got able to chase it down. And Matrix here from the high ground of France. Spraying and praying.
Sugar Free a couple times early.
Here, hoping to keep defending.
But he's been kind of rolling on the Genji, so sometimes just give and take.
But now ultimates are starting to come online. RuPaul has the amplification matrix. USA are going to rotate to the right side. Drop that one early to give them some space.
Hey, Amp Matrix, this scares the heck out of France. Who go back to the high ground, and USA chasing them down, and Hydra maybe even getting them low here with the artillery strike.
Wait, he got booped into it.
And he's popped up too.
He got booped up into it. That's crazy.
Here's the Dragon Blade, but caught the Terra Surge. Not ideal, but Ben Best at least wanted to go for the trade, but didn't channel it long enough to get Sugar Free. It will be USA.
Good flip, good flip.
It again and taking the lead.
Just perfect position of the artillery strike by Hydron. FD God does pop the sound barrier, but it's just a second too late. Then Ben Best, also using the Terror Surge incredibly late. So now they don't have big ultimates to get back into this fight. It's going to have to be on pack with this
USA has a lot of ults.
Some of the players from Team USA.
Well, France actually is coming up on some ults too.
With a plan. Matrix, artillery, and France. What do they have cooked up? At least getting out of the doors is good, but the Terror Surge has everyone low. France still live, and they place the Blizzard at their feet.
Gets frozen, but he gets out of it.
USA a little bit, but with the sound barrier of Ultraviolet, USA march on. Here's the artillery strike from France.
He's got fucking walled out.
Targets. USA are down by 2.
Let's full hang of the 5 gifties.
5 versus 3, just have to finish
Appreciate it, dude. Thank you.
And Ben Best gets to just
get some issues. Thank you.
Look for those staggers.
Damn, this is actually very scrappy right now.
Just a great play once again by France. You can see they understand how they want to get into these retakes, and USA, because they aren't running the May of their own, they don't have ways to limit France's ability to step into them. So once again, USA, they're actually going to fake it to the right. They've actually caught France. France give them the opening. They jump through with the amplification matrix again.
Yeah, you also got to keep Sugar Free in check. He's looking for flanks. Here's the artillery strike from Hydron. There's a lot of targets in these close quarters, and at least you're making them dance
Force them all underneath.
Maybe expose themselves out in the open. USA have them trapped in this small
Kaluge
room.
gets rolled
USA
though.
are also trying
Unfortunate.
to flip the point, but somehow as Kaluge was doing that, he's removed. And France don't have a tank standing in their way.
Monka.
So they'll use the speed of
FD
God to at least leave the room, see if they can match
Carlos,
USA on
thanks
the
to
high
the 5
ground.
gifties.
And
I appreciate it, dude.
all the advantages right now. They have 3 ultimates online pack coming up to the Blizzard. They should be able
I'm
to
not liking how close this is.
take this round.
I'm not liking how close this is, chat.
Placing it down. USA want to break through with the Dragon Blade to scare them away from it, but the
they get the limp and the kill.
A lot invested there by France, but only a few more seconds left for them to defend. And USA
gets the touch.
It's up to Kaluge, but he's only
France
one
is
man.
doing it.
France,
Monka W.
from taking round 2 and forcing the decider.
And you can see France feeling a lot more comfortable on this composition. They understand how to play around each other. Blizzard down late. They need to keep Ben Best alive because spawners are going to come in from Team USA. Sugar Free falls. Ben Best does, but they do get Hydron and close out the second round. And we have a match going on right now, Lemon.
The May comps are strong, dude.
On this new player's shoulders, up against Hydron. Already on the pack side, taking initial damage. May give up this position. Now the Sigmas will have to duel for this drum position for the point, where you can defend this for a long
Hydron
time.
gets knocked out.
Shot that we were talking about against Hydron on that left side. That was an important duel.
That's a big pick, actually.
Over the point. USA can also counter-rotate to the opposite side where the Mega Pack is, but they seem to still want to push Pack away, who's now got his.
They're gonna give a point, but they're trying to take positioning over on the side there. Vap's getting kind of low.
And first flip over to Team France, and now because they have the numbers advantage, they're trying to.
Hydron comes back, gets one.
Who's the one who gets punished?
Ben Best rocked, but back on his feet. But very
the
low.
Hanzo's one. The Hanzo was 1
HP, and Hydron takes him down. And USA just held
this corner that they got.
Off, even despite losing Hydron early, you only give up 22%. That's winnable for USA.
Absolutely. Hydron comes back on the off angle, just able to pick at Team France, and they just couldn't hold up to the amount of damage coming through. It's a very greedy pick of the Hanzo from Pack here, because Hanzo's inconsistent damage, and you'll really live and die by the value you get from the Hanzo arrays. Obviously got a very important opening pick, but because of the Hanzo, they also weren't able to close out the fight against Team USA.
Huge.
That's a great pick from Hydron onto FD God.
That's a huge rocket.
And that's that niche that Soldier has, is how quickly you can rotate around, but that is USA
Wait, gets one with the flux, gets 3?
Locks down, and so is the rest of France.
Wait, did he fuck up his lamp?
USA
Okay,
really
all right,
starting to
they
get in
recovered
the groove
quite
now.
a
This
bit
is where
here.
they
France will head to that left side drum. It's a lot more protected, better walls, and Pack hoping with the deflect of these arrows, maybe you'll get a random pick, but he was lucky before. Uses the Dragon Strike to flush them out. Here's the Captive Sun from Ultraviolet up against Pack, and I think Natlock's the immortality is only keeping them up for so long. Ultraviolet
Holy
versus
shit.
Pack. UV doesn't care. He's gonna 1v2. Okay, well, he's got some help now from Sugar
we'll call it
Free.
a 1v2. We'll give it to him.
Yeah, we'll
No
give it to him.
fear
Sugar
on the
Free
Alari.
in there. But 80%
No
plus. This is
fear.
getting the last fight territory. Ben Best gonna do his best with the grab flux, but not putting too much of a dent into USA.
And now all of a sudden, Bembest is caught in no man's land, doesn't have anywhere to go, does manage to take down RuPaul as well. So some big individual plays coming from Team France. Are they going to be able
Wait,
to
they got a
touch?
big visor kill there.
Must be a heroic play from Avo. Takes down his counterpart of Hydron, and at least scares USA away, which is the presence of the visor. Now spots UV on the right, and this is not even a duel he's confident in taking, especially with the mechanics that UV
He's just gonna be in
has.
trouble here in probably a sec.
Ryan's still trying to rotate, but USA can contest for so long. Sugar Free with the overclock.
never mind.
Jumps into the heat of the action, and France just can't hold on for much longer.
God
Map
damn,
number 1
dude.
goes to Team USA.
God damn, that was a little closer than I was expecting, but
he played Sigma on 2 of the 3 rounds. That's something that you would imagine Poco coming in, maybe.
You gotta hope that they can put a good dent. Now they got that leader of Poco in the lineup. We'll see on
Big
this
shot,
map
big
choice
shot.
how it'll go.
Oh, that was
It's a
just shooting into the flock of players, hoping for something. Doesn't end up finding, but Pac is actually leaving the spawn on the Symmetra. So
oh, they're going
Sim
Bastion, so they're giving them a little bit of space so they can't run at him.
Allow them to TP onto this
Oh.
left side. Boom, there you go, instant value. Sugar
Wait,
Free
this
down.
feels a lot like
They're going
last
to try
game.
and push to see if they can find anything else.
Sugar Free gets caught
but it
out
doesn't
by a
look so. So
random
USA,
shot.
Because they're playing the Sojourn and the Widow, they're looking for picks. They're not looking to go in, they're just looking for the DPS players to hit shots. While France, because they're playing the Bash and the Symmetra, they have to go in. They have to utilize their speed, their movement to get on top of Team USA, and there they go.
It's a little trickier for Sigma to take the space. You constantly have to readjust that shield. This France composition has become a brawl composition.
Yeah, the France comp's actually really scary.
Move them around. That's how they caught USA off guard, knowing that maybe these double hits scan, especially that Widow's going to come out.
Oh, they just give it up.
And that's a free point A cap.
Wow.
France. USA didn't even want to contest.
Why? Why did they do that, actually?
France. They obviously came in, knew what they
They
wanted
just
to
like,
do,
nah,
and
our
caught
comp
Team
doesn't work
USA
on
off
first.
guard.
No point, give them ult charge.
Many shots have even been taken from Team USA. Maybe one of the fastest first
That's
point
very
captures I've seen
interesting,
on
actually.
Royale in a very long time.
I wonder what the
How far
reasoning
this
behind that
momentum
was.
Can take them.
Tactical
Hydron on the
trolling?
flank. Spots out the support.
Oh, he got shot. He got
Maybe
blocked by the
back,
lamp.
And now he's exposed himself, and USA have to head back. Hope to defend the end of point B, and not much.
Guys, we gotta give a little bit of
coming out
resistance here. What's going on?
Stall out, maybe around this corner, but
Oh, what's
they'll be
going
down to
on,
this
guys?
Matrix from Natlocks. He has it early. This
What's
is a
going
long
on,
lead.
guys? We're kinda getting
USA have to
rolled.
hide in. They'll take shelter on the left side, but they've lost Ultraviolet. They'll respond with their own amp Matrix
their own
here
window.
from Paul, but that's an easy disengage from
Buy
France.
some time.
Yeah, France are more than happy to take that. They've pushed the cart so far on this second point as well. Now they can set themselves up for a teleport play with Pac on the Symmetra. Pac's gonna go in alone, put some pressure onto the Widowmaker. We need to see some shots get hit from Hydron. He hasn't found any purchase so far in this map.
Oh?
There's the graph relux from Poco and USA, barely able to contest here at the end of the day.
They're all
They
inning
are
on Kaluge right now.
having to force their way through this photon barrier.
Oh my
place their
God.
Pack and USA
What's
have some
happening?
chance so far, haven't had a stop. It's
Hello?
France has been- Get too aggressive. France.
Look at how much space the USA are giving up. They've given up the first corner and the second corner, and now France, they're just going to teleport onto the high ground. All the flare was
Wait, they
eaten
ate the
by
oh my
Power,
God.
So there's nothing that Ultraviolet is going to get from that
Nice.
ultimate.
Yeah, France
Nice.
are just taking all the positions that they want. Now
Nice.
the Ant Matrix
Oh.
is pulled, and
Sugar Free gets one back, though.
Kalush slams them down with the ground
Okay,
flux.
okay, you know what?
Finally, USA
Maybe
gets
there was a
their
little
first
trolling.
Fight win. All
Maybe there was a little
map.
bit of
Like you
trolling.
said, they just gave so much space. That
Maybe
it
a
was
little
one fight for
trolling?
point
Is the
B,
troll- maybe
one
they were just
full-
trolling.
Not even a fight for point A.
Troll mode turned off?
This is going.
Yeah, you know what?
Absolutely not. The
Let's
only
just
RuPaul
go with they
this
were trolling.
amplification
Yeah,
matrix.
surely,
So
right?
France, how are they going to maneuver? They've been so
Surely
smart
they
with
were
their
just
TP so
trolling.
far. They're going to teleport underneath Team USA, take the positioning, and get control of the cart once again.
Uh-oh.
Good turret placement from the Symmetra
Wait.
there of Pack in case USA do decide to drop down. Now the sound barrier and the artillery. USA getting overwhelmed again. Now using the healing of the pylon.
Wait, they trade though? They traded the bastions?
And use the Matrix to fire back. It's just chaos.
Oh, that's a big rock.
And USA just have better focus fire at the end. France were hiding
Yep.
and maybe
Okay.
weren't able to deliver as much
You know-
damage. And either way, France will have to
Okay.
reset.
That was a
Much
good
better
flip.
response there from
That wasn't
Team
looking
USA,
good there for a sec.
realizing that France are trying to maneuver
You know,
around
maybe
them, so
maybe they
actually
were just
push into them.
trolling.
Don't give them the freedom
trolling,
to sit
you
in
know?
that room, and Pac actually got himself split
They want to
off
put on a
next to
show. The
stairs.
video is
They
going to
just
be at
couldn't
least
keep
8
them
minutes,
alive.
right?
So
Maybe that's
now
what they're
all of a
going for,
sudden,
right?
The clock starts to dwindle. That's 2 minutes off the clock, but France still has 3 minutes remaining because of how quick their first 2 points were.
Now France can teleport, but they also have the photon barrier.
It's a fake.
Oh, and they just decide to speed right into
Hydron
USA
split
while
out.
Hydron is in tank Foreman. He's the first to drop. He's so immobile in that state, and France knew, and they pounced.
A bit of tomfoolery.
The 5-4-2 USA
I don't know, that
escaped without having
that
to
one
lose
didn't
any
look
more
like
bodies, but
tomfoolery. That
France
one looked like a
teleporting into them.
miscommunication.
Crabbuck's only focusing down Kaluge, and he's just getting pummeled to death.
Oh,
But somehow
is
Kaluge
Ultraviolet
still
just said
lives
nah?
on.
Okay, Ultraviolet just said this is gonna do hero plays. Okay.
Ultraviolet holds on to that
Okay.
window position, and he can free fire on that back line.
I just a
Great
little bit
disengage out of
of
USA.
trolling.
Yeah, Ultraviolet showing a little bit of a flick there onto the aggressive FD god Lucio. And now all of a sudden you're going to see a switch over. Pac goes over to the Genji. Poco over to the Diva. A very different look. It's more of a dive style now. They're going to play as a unit and try and get on top of Team USA, which is going to be difficult with how much damage is coming out. You see FD God almost falls just trying to cross that distance.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of poke coming out of Team USA, and look how forward Kaluge is playing to stuff them all in a corner. That the artillery strike from Hydron
Well.
can knock down. And the poke is just so strong too, you can't even discount what the flex supports
Okay,
of
not
USA are
bad.
doing.
And USA, they're just sitting on this high ground,
They got
waiting
their
for us to
footing.
Get in. But right now, it feels like they're just an uphill battle, literally, that they're never going to be able to close the distance unless they start getting some ultimates online.
At least France were able to start that snowball, which turned into an avalanche, but USA seemed stabilized.
Wait, did
here
Kaluge
as
play
Hydron
low ground to
with
bait them to go high ground into the
plus
windowed
flames
bastion?
as France
Oh, yeah.
burst
Yeah,
into
that's exactly what
flames,
happened,
going
isn't it?
Back into spawn yet again with only being able to get one kill.
That's exactly what
and 4-0
happened.
in these fights.
Kaluge played
Some
low
of
ground, so they
France
rushed high
even
ground into the
scratched
window
surface of
bastion and
this
just
defense.
exploded.
But even if they
Not
get
even a
that,
doubt.
Just coming up to the gravitic flux, so many threats they have to deal with for Team France.
And it's tough to forward face. Wait, FD God, did he just Ajax?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
It's so tough to have that front-facing
Oh,
tank,
no.
as I said, with Poco only having just limited
Uh-oh.
amounts of Matrix, so France is just way more
Oh,
exposed
no.
to damage than they previously were.
Oh no.
That hurts right there for FD God. They needed that extra health, that overhealth. Silver lining, they do have 3 ultimates on. They're going to need some individual.
All right, they've got
brilliance from both of
Blade,
the DPS
Overclock,
players.
Bomb.
With the Genji Blade, Avo with the
Versus
Overclock. They need to
Flux.
find some picks.
All right, the last fight for France after several minutes. They're gonna just go on the underside and force, just try to
They
get
got
as
the
much
lamp.
meterage as possible.
They got the
while Poco takes
pylon.
attention and Pac
But that's
pushes
all
them
they
back.
got. They
USA
got the
on cool
deployables,
side,
that's
and France
it.
Now have the card contested. It's up to Pac to really pull through for France. Once
Okay.
and for all, and France have
Okay,
so many
Pac gets
ultimates
2.
that they can maybe even make the full push with.
They
They
have to
might
use
cap
2 of their
this,
DPS
actually.
ultimates, but they are getting an advantage. Natbox cannot fall here. It needs to be very careful.
Hydron dies late.
Down Hydron, and the cart's moving in overtime. The spawns are going to be so
UV
long
is
for
still
Team
in their
USA.
spawn, I
They might
think.
close this out for Team France.
Yeah, the Nano and Poco self-destruct just for that second life. The Nano's given over to Pac, and with FD God, they hope to close the doors for the
UV
spawn
is
once
behind
and
them.
for all, but USA with
Oh,
the
Kaluge
animations
dies?
couldn't support Kaluge through the LOS.
Wait,
The artillery
wait,
strike
Ultraviolet.
only
No,
weakens
almost the
France,
hero
but
play.
USA seem to have enough damage to maybe get a few kills, but only Sugar Free is there to contest the card one last time, and RuPaul will be there to assist. But with the sound barrier that FD God was able to generate, at
Wait,
the
they
last
can't kill him
second,
fast enough,
France
though.
should have enough sustain.
Wait, they
to
can't
just
kill him.
Focus on these last 2 members here of USA. And
Wait, they
France
can't kill him
will be
fast
able to
enough.
cap, but it's
Huge
gonna be
ults.
France to finish
Wait.
the fight, and now
Wait.
USA are almost back in
Clutching
full
it
force.
out.
Oh, the spawn doors are just too close for Team USA. France can't get the members down. The Diva Bomb gets Ultraviolet. Maybe they can do it still.
Wait.
Hydron, oh my
Wait,
God,
Sugar Free.
that shot, but France pulled through
Uh-oh.
also with the swap of the Tracer
Uh-oh.
of Avo and
Uh-oh.
Poco that has been
No.
that French anchor that they have needed. They will full cap after several minutes, several attempts just to get through the initial part of point C. Turned into a great momentum push.
It's fine. They were trolling for content, surely. Surely they were just trolling for content, right?
Yeah, an important flux, unfortunately, for Kalush to miss in that moment. So now
wow, they swapped. They're on the May Bastion. They're done trolling.
They're going over to Hydron on the Bastion.
Wait, they're actually done trolling.
This is a very traditional way of playing the Sigma composition. You're just high damage.
No
output.
more trolling.
You can ball up behind the opposition Sigma to cut them off from the rest of the team and hopefully get the damage to take someone out. But France, once again, still playing that Symmetra, so they have the advantage of a teleporter.
See France, or maybe hiding around this corner to surprise them once again. Are they going to want to teleport on top of this bridge? It is a bit of a scary situation. You don't want your Bastion to be in the middle of 5 people. But the
They TP'd in behind them. Oh my god. Did you see that?
Okay, I was like, where did they go? They kind of blended in with the white stairs there for a second. So
Dude, they just TP'd in, rocked them, and killed them.
Split up, but managed to remove RuPaul, as you said, and USA know that they can't take that fight without that support.
Wait.
And that's what France
USA?
need to keep doing. They have the Lucio, they have the teleporters. They need to be proactive and teleport onto the backline of USA, find some punishes. So that's a minute off the clock already for Team USA. It's about building up these ultimates and eventually finding picks for Team USA. So far this match, they haven't been able to do it much. Poco goes through the teleporter, uses the grasp, but this
Wait,
time
they wall?
USA,
That's a big wall?
And he's got the speed of FD God. I like that FD God's also looming on that wall to try and boot people out of that shield. But France have lost that first corner. Now ready to fire back with the Ant Matrix there from Natlox, but the timing was a bit off. USA weren't even there.
Yeah, I think they were hoping to catch someone who was wide peeking from Team USA.
Yeah, they disengaged so fast.
From Team USA, see it coming, fall back, and now that's an ultimate advantage. Kalush goes up in the air from the Gravitic Flux. Can they keep him alive?
Saved him.
Looks like they can.
Huge
and
kills.
Now it's Team France who are losing members.
I think France are really desperate to confirm the kills that Poco set up off the Flux, and then the Ant Matrix from RuPaul was beautifully placed to defend Kalush in that moment.
I feel like it's USA's backline that always sets up everything. Like if they're getting kills, they're doing fine. If they're not getting kills, it's a little bit more like a Wonka W.
It didn't cost them very much. That's the important part. All of a sudden, they have a Gravitic Flux advantage, which is very valuable, especially when you're playing the Bastion. You can combo the Gravitic Flux. Everyone goes up in the air. They have to come back down, and the Bastion can drop
Super
the
DPS would be carrying. True.
For that one right here.
Kalush up too.
Did he just whiff that Flux? Is that another whiff Flux coming out of Kalush? I believe it might have been.
Yeah, I didn't see that hit anyone. The artillery strike from Avo
whiff
right
Flux?
behind USA forces them into a fight, and now the photon barrier was placed. France have a lot of protection, including the sound barrier.
Wait, huge? Oh, that's big.
Counter the Blizzard, plus the artillery strike from Hydron.
That is big.
What a combo from Team USA to make up for kind of the start of the fight that didn't work out.
Okay,
the cart will keep
so
rolling.
small problem though. They just used a lot of ults.
I believe France should get another
and
opportunity to
France is gonna have window here.
This second point, sorry.
So is USA, but I think France can take the corner faster.
They use this a little bit better, but RuPaul will also on the other side have the ability to match it. It can be very difficult to fight back into this if you are Team France because your entire team is stuck in this choke. You're actually going to see Park teleport over to the left side, and USA are actually going to concede the positioning a little bit and just sort of step back, but they're coming back in with the Ant Matrix.
Wow, I'm tired. Holy shit.
You were hoping to catch France crossing in front of the cart to help Poco out, who's kind of on his own island there on the left side.
Long streams the last couple days. Really long ones.
To help France fire back against USA. The shield still alive and well from Kalush, but he needs to defend Sugar Free while he's in that ice block form. He can't reposition in that moment, and USA are still alive. Now, they've
can't go near the sim. You go near the sim, it gets real spooky. But they can't touch. Hey, you know what?
And France will just have to dump bodies to contest and reset as a team.
Not bad.
They will lose the long drawn-out fight. They don't have as much healing. The Lucio doesn't do anywhere near as much healing as the Alari, and the Symmetra doesn't do any range damage. So it feels like right now France need to go back to what was working for them. They need to get back to playing their own game.
Really?
They're trying to route around the left side right here.
I don't know about this play. This is interesting.
France are on the coast side, and that's not really where they want to be, especially everyone is grouped up. And fluxes are coming online for Poco and Kalush. France just using the Bastion to try and break through. Ultraviolet is insane with this captive
Holy
sun.
shit.
Flux on most of France, and they just burst. USA take the fight. They still have 3 minutes.
Dude, Ultraviolet is so fucking good.
They still have one
Holy
more fight they need to win.
shits.
France are going to have the closest spawns. They will get another fight, and they have a lot of ultimates to come.
He's going
They have
crazy.
the Flux and the Bastion Artillery Strike once again. And you're going to see Team USA, they're trying to play it slow, play around their own advantages.
Oh, that's a huge flux. Most of Kalush's team is hit. The ice block comes out, and the artillery strike from Avo just
USA,
to send
stop
USA
trolling.
back a little bit.
True.
USA just relying on this amp matrix.
Still got some time though. Still gotta win this fight.
Artillery strike from Hydron to maybe force some different positions out of France. Now they're on the left side. The Blizzard.
Oh, but now they have to touch.
Someone has to touch.
Wait, that was a good sim touch. Holy shit.
The sound bear from
That was
FD
smart.
should be enough sustain to push back USA in this fight.
Such a smart play from Pac, realizing that they need to touch the point. Uses the Symmetra teleporter to touch it, slow down the cart, and then teleports out right before they get frozen.
Wow.
So that's just great heads-up play, understanding how to play around the Symmetra.
That was
and
so
deal
smart.
With that, they don't have any ultimates up Lemon either. It's only Kalush with the Flux, who's been questionable at best so far with this ultimate.
USA wanted to take positions around poolside, and Poco has spotted it out. France are going to give it up. USA, are they going to want to drop the card? They're going to be forced to with this photon barrier up Pac. And even with the teleport, I don't even know where that went, but France are on the chase thanks to this Lucio event beacon. France can force the fight even
Holy
if
shit.
USA aren't ready.
That's a big flux. That's a
USA
big
who are
flux.
up now, 1-2,
That's a
and
big
3
flux.
kills as France couldn't finish off the target.
That's a big
When it felt
flux.
like France had USA up against the wall. It's USA that will be capping shortly.
Hey, they
with
stopped
time to spare.
trolling.
That's great play.
They
from
stopped
USA
trolling.
supports. Ultraviolet
Let's
Ripple
go.
somehow keep Kalush alive. He was getting chased by the entire
They
team of
stopped
Team France.
trolling.
Keep him alive long.
That was a good lamp.
That's tough. I can't count the amount of times I've missed, just jumped out of immortality. Just there's so many colors, so many people in front of me. You don't notice that barrier. But either way, France broken out of their spawn room doors. USA keeping eyes on them to see. Well, I guess there's not going to be a teleporter playing.
Yeah, they're
just going to go for
mixing it
the
up.
May.
They want to just play the Mei. I think realizing that the Symmetra's probably not going to work a second time around, just go to the Mei, give themselves a little bit more of an advantage. So the only difference right now is the Alari for Ultraviolet versus the Lucio of FD God. So how are France going to use this speed boost from FD God to give themselves an advantage?
Good Maywall too behind Kalush.
Well, they already used their Bastion shift.
Kind of misses Kalush.
Wait, they already Bastion shifted. This is the time. This is your time. This is your time.
Gotta hope that they can build up this amp matrix, and for Natlocks, it's been
Oh, they didn't get anything though.
Well,
Forced mail or May shift. That's something.
Yeah, this is going
But
to
the
be
window's gonna
a
come
make or
out.
break of 14
Holy
France.
shit, that was
Sugar
such a
Free getting
fast
very close to
window.
Blizzard. They need to keep an eye on that one.
That was such a fucking fast window.
So it's oh, Hydron peaks too much. Sugar Free's in trouble as well. Oh, this might be falling apart for Team USA unless they can stabilize.
Oh
Such
no.
a big brain amp from Natlocks,
Oh,
as you said.
no.
It's moving, so it manages to get around the corner.
Oh,
Sugar Free was
no.
hoping to ice block on the cart to buy USA some
Got
time.
caught trolling
And France,
again.
It was all up to Natlocks
He
and
got
that
caught
matrix to
trolling
win them
again.
the fight. And with that 1 minute, we were hoping that they got
Hydron, what the part of the script?
So
Ah,
they
yes.
don't have an
Gotta
advantage in that
keep it
respect.
interesting.
And we're in overtime. In overtimes on escorts, if Team USA loses one fight, they'll lose the second point. And they'll likely only get 1, maybe 2 fights on the third point. So every ultimate matters. They need to stop this push right now. Otherwise, their time advantage isn't going to matter.
Lavo is going to force USA back. This ultimate. Seems like USA want to be ready to engage off of this Blizzard. Sugar Free can even go through this right side if he wants to catch France off guard, but just decides to go through. France are in front. Sugar Free dies! He's not
Wait,
able
he
to use
dies.
the Blizzard. The sound bear from FD got 2 is more than enough sustain. France have to send the house. And USA are around the
no.
corner, hoping to play as conservatively as possible so that they can contest again from the Maywall. And Chris is at the door. Pac. Does he win this fight for France? Would be. It's Captain. USA can't do anything about it.
That was so smart from Team France. They realized they have the player advantage. Just drop the Blizzard. Keep everything moving. They're trying to find another pick.
Guys.
No, he falls as well.
Guys.
It's getting from bad to worse, just cascading.
Guys, I'm
effects of
scared.
just finding more and more advantage.
Guys,
for Team
I'm
France.
scared. What's
And USA, They
happening?
don't really have that many ultimates to handle this as well. They gave up their flux and they're moving in, and they're going to have to deal with a Poco flux of their own. As long as they can stay on the cart versus this sugar-free Blizzard, they should be in a good spot.
Yeah, France's fight planning has been so good at removing Sugar Free earlier on. Artillery strike from Hydron right on top of Avo. He's in the immortality field. He jumps down into the Blizzard, or at least was going to be frozen either way. A lot of damage went into USA. It's 3 versus 3, and it's up to Poco. But with this May all up in his face, it's so difficult for France to live on through. But still, with the 1 minute that they had, this is a winnable push for France.
Can't be unhappy with that push. That was great
winnable.
Play.
Yeah, winnable.
Halfway through that third point just there.
Right?
Regardless
Right?
of the
Winnable?
2 minutes and a quarter,
Right?
the Team USA.
What did we give up our health care
He was trying to
for?
drop that Blizzard on the second point, and Poco actually rocks him off the side of the, I guess, close out
It's
the
fine.
fight,
Yeah,
was
have
no longer
confidence,
there. So
chat. Have
Poco,
confidence. It's
we know
all.
for the Poco bombs,
It's
but
all
we're getting to see some
going
Poco
according
Sigma
to
right now
plan.
making big plays as well.
All right, just a 1 minute or so advantage from Team USA, but here's that corner play I was talking about with France, with the teleporter, so they can jump to both sides of Team USA.
It's all going
USA
according to
trying
plan,
run as much as
right?
they can, and Pack is generating DPS, but so many targets of USA were low, but France
Kaluge
couldn't
kills
coordinate to
4.
finish them off. It's a 4K for Kaluge as USA march on.
I like the idea there from France. They just weren't able to execute. That was a great rock from Kaluge.
Okay.
Instantly hits Pack on the way out.
Yeah,
of the door.
yeah.
That's what France wanted.
Yeah,
They wanted to take their own
yeah.
fight
It was
because
all
they
part of
know
the script.
They can take a better fight.
Trolling
at the
over.
back end of this first point. The one
done
thing
trolling.
that they are going to have to be worried about, because Kaluge got that 4K, he's already 60% to a gravitic flux. If he gets that one way earlier than France expect, it could close out this first point very quickly.
And because that fight wasn't extended, Amp Matrix of Natlox was a big win condition for France. And they're both around the same percentage.
Slicing the
that
2
grab
months.
flux coming
Also,
up
thanks to
soon.
Prime.
Hydron is getting
Thanks
brought
to Prime.
behind because Pack teleported
Hydron
France
goes down.
behind USA, but USA decided to just focus on the frontline battle and then turned to deal with the low HP targets behind. USA are dealing with the chaos very, very well. And with Avo gone, France don't have the DPS to even make this winnable, so USA will be capping A.
Because of that great sugar-free wall, Natlox gets picked off, and from
Not
there, France
bad.
just don't have the healing, and that should be a first-point capture. And if you're Team France, you need to not panic, right? You have time. You still only need to really win one fight. Okay, never mind. They're going for the last-second contest. This is a dangerous play.
A captive sun, but Natlox probably has immortality. Now that he's
Wait, they don't need a sun.
Well, USA actually
They didn't need it.
Ultimates. What a drop. France maybe wasn't expecting it. France know how to get out of that situation, mainly keeping Pack and Avo safe, which are the most vulnerable members on that team.
Doable.
I wonder almost
Two
if
fights.
Team France's idea there is to
Two good
rush into
fights.
Team USA and hope they use a lot of ultimates, because Team France
One
didn't
here,
commit
one
anything to
overtime.
effort. They just
Two
wanted to
fights.
fight early. So we are going with 10 seconds remaining into overtime. If France wins one more fight, they will win the map. And they have a lot of ultimates, but so does Team USA.
All right, the grab flux from Kaluge, FD God, holding on to the sound
they
barrier,
flanked.
and you got Natlox
Flank,
is
bash, and
using the
window.
Amp Matrix. Maybe Avo wanted a piece of it. Repositions, the Baywall still in his face, and France are still getting organized. And this captive sun is just all over Avo.
Okay.
But France still did a good
He did not want to use that. He wanted to keep that.
It's not over yet. It's 3 versus 3. It's up to UV. And Poco is the anchor for France, but for no longer. As USA only have a few more members and point B in sight. It's overtime too. It's do or die.
That was absolute
It's actually 3 fights now, because that took so long and they kind of staggered. But potentially still one more fight. Potentially. But they sim TP'd out of spawn, so maybe not actually. Because they only got one on push. Okay, then you win 2 fights again.
Teleport fake from Pack. Photon barrier splits up, at least keeping their half of the cart. Team USA can just hold their own.
Okay.
This is still kind of stalemate.
Gotta play super slow. Wait out the sim wall. They got wall. Oh, they're gonna W key in. Someone has to stay cart. Ultraviolet's gonna get Buto.
Ultraviolet isolated is huge too. USA cannot continue on. The fight planning just too good out of France, as they will even up the series 1-1.
Team France played very composed. They understood that they didn't need to just blow the sound barrier and the photon barrier off the bat. They don't do the same thing. They
guys, what the f?
Sustained. Drop the
what the f is happening?
Absolutely.
May Bash and Rush. This is a Soldier May Orisa.
Hydron's going to play their completely own game. They're just going to try and be a constant thorn in the side of Team France, trying to get these angles, put out damage, and try and find picks onto the backline, while the rest of Team USA is just going to try and hold their ground.
See Hydron too. It's at the bottom of that tunnel. France are a little bit split up. FD God is assisting Nico to rotate to mainly dual Ultraviolet, who's sitting at that top window. So sort of mini fight.
Look at Hydron. Hydron's on the flank right now.
France can do that because they're playing a Lucio. USA having Ultraviolet play at these off angles with the pylon is a good idea too. Hydron with the speed that Soldier provides, as you mentioned, can just keep rotating around USA, but look at his aim. Just managing to take down Avo. That is a bulk of France's damage gone. They have
Collusion needs help though. Collusion needs help though. Collusion needs help though. Collusion needs help though. Survives long enough. Survives just long enough using the fucking fortify. Holy shit.
And is Hydron going to be able to find picks like that? That tracking was flawless from Hydron to take down Avo in that at the start of that fight.
Oh, and Matrix, and RuPaul just evaporates immediately. The rest of USA managed to run away, but Kalush is in no man's land.
Oh man, that was a good window.
On the bot too, and at least get a contest out of it. But Hydron, wherever he is getting random picks. He's over on the
wait, where the fuck are Hydron and Ultraviolet? Where the fuck are they?
USA really putting on a masterclass of how you play what has been dubbed shooter comps, where you just sort of spread around and just shoot the opposition and don't give them any options to run you down.
Holy shit, they're spacing them out. It kind of looks like Japan yesterday. They're playing a lot like Japan did yesterday.
Versus maybe the more team chemistry that I'm seeing out of France. For now, though, USA playing around the corner, but Hydron.
France looked kind of lost this round.
He has a tactical visor, but France are quite
no way! They went for the solo flux!
Out. This Soldier in the captive 3K explodes.
Let's go! Went for the solo flux!
To get the forward spot.
Goes for the solo flux, misses. Hey!
With that gravitic flux, but it just
we take those. We take those.
God using the sound barrier. So now Team France, because they don't have the same symmetry.
Oh, they have mail. They have mail.
Like I
think we're gonna try to bait them to drop and then go for the mail from behind.
Right now, it just feels like they're being constantly surrounded and peppered with damage.
Yep.
So far, they're just getting picked before.
Went for the bait on the mails. They got the Sigma. Oh, they look so much more comfortable this round. Were they just really bad on Circuit Royale? Like, have they've been struggling on Circuit Royale and scrims or some shit?
USA haven't been stopped yet.
Because they look like a totally different team now. Were they trolling? Were they just trolling?
Matrix, but other than that, it feels like they've just been chasing ghosts, unable to find a single pick. You can see FD God and Avo running down the flank, trying to get a pick here onto, I believe that's Ultraviolet? Yeah, Ultraviolet and the others, but they weren't able to find anything, and Ultraviolet's the one who gets the pick. How does that happen?
Nah, no way! He takes the 2v1 with the Sojourn railgun! Nah, oh my god, he's on the flank! He's literally on the flank! Nah, support, by the way!
Because they're getting surrounded by USA.
Holy shit! Who is this team?
You can see.
Did everyone just sit up in their chairs? Like, what happened?
Was still holding on to this Blizzard, hasn't found a good opportunity. Who do you Blizzard on the side of Team USA? You can't just throw it at the back line. It doesn't work on an Orisa, it doesn't work on a Mei, and FD God's dead before the fight's even begun.
This is what we call locking ITE.
Mechanics on display by Team USA. We had criticisms about
hello?
But they're showing us why it works.
Dude, Ultraviolet, hello?
Just simply the third DPS as Team USA look to full cap at one of the fastest times I have ever seen. Team USA.
Was trolling in the script?
Some of those concerns that myself and maybe others were having about Team USA, they seem to get squashed a little bit as we went on to New Queen Street. That was just
Massive
great
thanks to
play
Prime.
from Team USA. Individual mechanics and brilliance being shown right there from every single player popping off in each moment. And Team France,
what's that? That sounds like freedom.
Just didn't feel like they had an answer.
That sounds like freedom, chat. Did you hear it? Do you hear that?
Team USA
sounds like freedom
in their chairs for map 3.
Sounds like freedom for life, liberty, and the pursuit of ad revenue.
And your Sigma shield, and you can try up the pace, but they're just going to be spread out all around you, and that's what we saw from Hydra in the Overwatch League
true.
games earlier this year. So